was a member of the Dutch Reformed Church as a youngster, and continued in that vein until I was a senior in high school. And I also did meet my first husband going to the youth group meetings. We were married about 13 years. It was a very uneventful marriage. I don't know what happened, but I think I was growing and he wasn't, and it didn't last. 3 years after I was divorced, I met my second husband. We had a rather fairy tale kind of marriage. 13 years into that marriage, my husband was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. He did survive the surgery, but about 6 months after the surgery, he passed away. Well, I think we all know that death is coming, but when you realize it really is with someone you're living with and you love and you depend on, it's unbelievable. We had a 12-year-old daughter who is handicapped. She has cerebral palsy, and but at the time of his death, she was very strong. She had started going to church on her own with a very good girlfriend of hers, and it was in Assemblies of God. She loved it, and she certainly helped me get through the death of her father. I had a phone call from a friend who I hadn't seen in about 30 years, and I was in my early 40s at that time. He had lost his wife several years earlier, and we started dating. I had planned to find a good church for all of us. I especially wanted a good youth group, youth-based church that could have a lot of activities for my daughter. And I would always ask if they had youth activities available to teenagers. More than one group, or rather one other church, said, you know, there's a church in Hamburg that I know has a lot of interesting things going on for teenagers. We've heard it from a lot of people, and so I decided, well, let's give that church a try. We would get in, and I would get her through the door, and someone would usually help her to a seat, and I would leave and go to another service. I thought, gee, I think I found the perfect spot for her. But I was still looking. And as the weeks went by, I would come in to pick her up a little bit earlier each week. And before I knew it, I was sitting in on half of the service with her. And very soon after that, I knew this was not just a great place for Casey, for my daughter, but also for us. I knew very well that this was a God thing. This was where God had been trying to get me for a long time. Instead of coming out of church feeling rather down, which you can sometimes, I think, we always came out feeling very good. It's just a wonderful place to be. I can't think of any place I would rather be, and I do know now that being a Christian is fun. It's fun. It's not boring. It's not ritual. It's not scary. It's just fun. My name is Elaine Cooper, and I've been at the Bridge Church for 10 years.